Finally, after all this time, I've done it. I've done the hey guys, hey. Sorry about that. You guys caught me in a bit of a moment. You know what I'm saying? I'll share that moment with you guys just now. Ooh. But firstly, you know what it is. It's Erratic Assassin here, aka Dr.Dank on these weed streets, and I'm back here with another episode of Kush Morning. And you know how we're gonna have to start it off. Wake and bake like Kush Morning. My nigga roll up and keep blowing. Like cheese push on, we keep growing. Got buzz around me, I keep smoking. Wake and bake like Kush Morning. My nigga roll up and keep blowing. Yeah, like cheese push on, we keep growing. Dog, got cheese around me. Got buzz around me, I keep smoking. Whoa. But now back to this little baby. I finally done it. I finally made a time traveling blunt, or time transporting, or time, a time blunt, because it's 420. It's that time. We're going to be going into some different times. We're going to be time warping. We're going to be traveling today, just so that you see, as you see, we're here in the young, the time, where's the time clock, the time machine, whatever you want to call it, but we got time, baby. We were looking fine like an hourglass. I want to spend time on that, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, man, I've done it. The doctor has finally done it. Let's see where this blunt takes us. Firstly, let's take a trip. It's about to be a new experience. Never done this before. So if there are some flaws, if there are some let's just be mindful of that. Hopefully no one gets hurt in this. Right. Let's start this process, baby. I can feel it working. Ooh, I can feel it working. Now, the trick to this invention is that you gotta pull it in, you gotta do a waterfall, gotta pull it in through the nose for it to activate. So let's see how well this goes. Whoa! What? Check is hyper. I mean, that's not where we're trying to go today, but I guess it's kind of close. So let's try this again. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We're getting closer. I guess we're getting closer, but I don't like snake niggas, so let's carry on. Last time, let's try this last time. Everything feels thicker, it's heavier, it's harder, yes, we made it. The hyperbolic time chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. Can't believe we finally made it here. And it's actually as tough as they make it seem on Dragon Ball Z. I think I gotta get ready. Ooh, get my Goku on. I think that was a good segue into the episode. Well, that's something fun and new for us to try. I hope it looks dope, so I gotta edit this, otherwise I just look like a fucking idiot, complete idiot. I hope you guys enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy the last episode? I haven't checked out the comments yet, I've been busy. This episode we're talking about time, right? Just because it's been a constant theme for me this last week. and especially time this week. I had spending time with my daughter. She came, spent like a whole week with me for the first time. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Oh, I miss her right now. Even spending time with her, I didn't know if I was gonna have time to shoot this. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta split up your time. You gotta divide your time wisely. Time is valuable. They say time is money, but trust me, time is more expensive. If you lose that motherfucker, whoa, man, you can always make back money, can't make back time. And talking about that, I want to shout out RIP. You know, condolences to anybody who's lost someone in these difficult times, in these tough times. Like I said, time is an expensive thing. If you lose it, you might never get it back, and sometime we can't get back with some people that we love. You know, so that's the first big shout out. But yeah, man, we hear about time. Like I said, it's been going through my mind, and right now I had a WhatsApp, I had an Instagram convo actually, because I also got the home on WhatsApp, but I was having a convo with Tube. You know, shout out one half of Nouveau. Sexy ass nigga, model ass nigga. Get him in your clothes, get him in your pictures. Trust me, ooh, you're gonna need it for the Insta. I was just talking about we're just talking about something, and one of the underlying things for me was like time. Like, they say time heals all, but what is the timing for healing? What is the timing for redemption? Like, say for example, I'm 27, turning 28 in December, right? Our democracy is a year younger than me, and that's 60 million people. I'm just one person, but in my head, someone's gonna be like, dude, you got enough time. You're still young. You got time to figure stuff out. Like, we look at SA and we're like, things should have just healed and should have just been done. But how much time are we giving it to grow? How much time have we spent on trying to work it out and develop ourselves, and the time needed to actually look into ourselves and our problems and our issues and what we need to fix and how we're going to fix it? Like, from dating way back, like, time passed up our date. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always told people, like, for example, Shaka Zulu, shout out, like, you know, the legend and everything, but when you read the stories, whether they're true or not, or from different books, it's like, he was, I don't want to say a tyrant, but like it, where cool, as much as he was doing the Zulu Nation, putting around proud, but if you read the stories or what they say to be true, whether you believe it or not, like, the fact that he was going around and forcing other tribes into his and colonizing other tribes is like, we still have to go back and dissect that and tribalism in South Africa before we can even get to the white man and apartheid and all of that stuff. So time is important, right? So that's why I talk about time for healing, time for redemption. Like, in time for redemption, like I said, I'm 27. If I fuck up, and I make a huge fuck up, like a mistake, like it's not even on purpose fuck up, like I fuck up in that one time in my life, does that make me a bad person? And how much time, even if I went through the punishment and I went through the rehabilitation, like, how much time is it before I redeem myself back in society, before I regain that trust? Or is it gone forever? Is all the time I spent not being a shit person and not being a horrible person, does that time go to waste? Like, we forget about those times and we only focus on that. Like, you know, they always say it's easy to focus on the bad times than the good times. Like, that one time the homie didn't help you out, do you focus on that time, or are you worried about, nah, there's so many other times homie pulled through, maybe this time it was inconvenient for him, this time it was tough for him but he landed, but the one time you needed him the most and he couldn't land, is that the most important time to you? So all those other times, forget. So yeah, that's how I want to start that conversation. Like, time is important. Time to heal, time for redemption, time to grow, time to develop, time to lose yourself in whatever you want to do also. You know, just a whole lot of time. And even going back to the whole birthday chat, like, I'm born 93, so technically I wasn't even born free. Like, our democracy is 94. So how much time are we going to give to the post-apartheid generation to let us know and figure out stuff? Like, we still got to break down barriers and try stuff. Like, for example, looking at our parents, they probably didn't have the freedom to want to create their own business or try to do this, because in that time it was tough. You had to go to school, you had to acknowledge yourself as a black person. There were certain doors that were already closed. But now in our time, the information is there. Our parents did that groundwork. We can go to school and get informed and then have choices to make outside of that. That's not part of the norm. But do we have time to grow for that? Like, a lot of people are pressured 20, I need to have a car, I need to have whips, but what about that time given to yourself? And we always like to look at all these inspirational stories. What about Oprah? What about, and they can do that in more developed countries because they've had more time to understand that it takes time, and that in taking time, that's just what's going to happen. You're going to take your time. You need to grow. You need to get better, because at one point you were, and in time that changes. At one point you were, at some point you is. You know what I'm saying? So it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's tough. The one time I always love is 420 time, but let's get into it. Now, the reason why time has been having my week is because this curfew, man. Like, I know there's a lot of things that makes us feel restricted and dictatorship, and we've been crying in the country and the whole strikes and the Zuma protests. Like, but even before the protest, the curfew got to me. The time of 9 o'clock, guys, that is crazy. You understand, generation starts at 8, so you finish generation like on a normal day. If you want to finish generation and go to gym, or just take a walk, or take a stroll, or maybe go to the garage and get a snack, you're panicking because 9 o'clock you have to be closed. What if even at 10 you want to go to the garage and get a snack? Like, we can't do normal life functions, and I get there's corona and all of that stuff, but should it stop you from, like, if we're being safe and we're taking all the precautions, should it stop you? And what about all the time the government had? Like, they had a year, they had 500 billion, they had time and money. So if time is money, how could you have not developed like hospitals? And we've seen all this corruption cases. So it's like, why are you taking our time away from us? Like, why are you restricting our time? Why can't, as the people, we give time for you? And we can as a people, and that's why really, I don't believe in government and government systems. Like, as the people, if we get together and say, hey, no, dog, we're gonna be out here at 9, and the police come arrest us. How? Why? What rights are we violating? Like, cool. Say we're not even getting a bunch. Like, if it's 10 o'clock and I want to take a stroll, I just want to be out at night at 10 o'clock, and I understand the privilege I have as that as a man in South Africa, because I know as women that probably not is even a thought. It's probably like one of the biggest fears and everything. And I'm really sad about that. I want to acknowledge that. But if I wanted to take a walk, you're telling me I'm illegal. You're telling me like I'm committing a crime. Like I'm committing a crime walking at 10. Like, what kind of, that feels kind of dictatorship level. That kind of feels like, yo, dog, what's going on here? Like, why are you taking my time from me? All I got on this earth is time. If anything, all I got is time. That's one certainty: time and death. Like, until when I'm born, all I have is the time until I die. And what I do in that time, I need to do the most. But how can I do the most when you taking away that time from me? And if time is a concept, how can you do that? How can you even take away that time from me? So it's crazy, guys. Curfew's 9. Shit's closing. These are tough times. These are crazy times. The times is looking rough, man. Even the news we're getting, like Sunday times, are we even there? Or are we looking at Twitter for the news? But Twitter's like 13% of South Africa. That's a whole 60 million people. So about 6 million, 7 million out there are on Twitter, and the rest is just not. So the time for information to spread, is it even the same? You know what I'm saying? The time, like, are we even living in the same times in one country? Like, some of us are ahead, some of us are still there, some of us think we're first world, but we're really third world, or we're developing into a second world to whatever. And what is a second world? No one ever says there's a second world country. What is a second world country? There's always first world, third world. Where's the second world? Who's the second world? Is that like a young, when China was developing, or India, like they were almost there, like you're out of the gutters, but you're not at the top? Like, who's the middle child? Who's the second world we're looking into? So time is a funny thing, man. Time is a crazy thing. Even watch Muvanga and then you're done. You're done with your night, can't go anywhere, can't do nothing. That's just crazy. That's just fucking crazy to me. And that's crazy to me, but I guess, what a time, man. The time of our lives. Negative or positive connotation, however you want to put that on. So you gotta be safe with the time, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take time. Like, they say spend 10,000 hours on your craft. Like, where you getting that time? How you spending that time? Should you be given the freedom of that time to grow? But there's also on other people's time, they're expecting you to do other stuff. So like, oh, it's so tough. It was crazy. And I'm talking about time to like discover and grow and put in hard work, right? Vince had the graduation ceremonies, like, I don't know, 2 days ago, a day ago, whatever. And cool, all of them have been online, but I think Shurufatso, can't remember the name. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, if I'm being honest. Miss SA. She was graduating and she got a live jive graduation, like a live, like, hey, walk up, podium, shake hands, get your paper, whatever. And people going crazy about it on Twitter, like, what about the rest of this graduate and everything? And that got me thinking. And I think, as they say, we gotta take time, or just accept the time that, dude, we're a capitalist country. Like, as much as I think our beliefs was very communist, like Ubuntu and all of this, and sharing and everyone equal and whatnot, I think we're a capitalist country. And also the mentality, like the people, like, we want to live nice, we want to live luxury, like you want to be in the higher up, you want to work to get nice things. That works in capitalism. Like, I'm not really into, like I said, I'm not really into the politics like that. So I would like to know any communist country that are really booming, like the countries we want to go to, like a London or like a States or like Europe, where it's like, guys, hey, you know, there's the echelon, there's high, there's level, we can treat you like a superstar. You know, us making it equal. Because with that whole Viz thing, I get it. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily agree, but I understand it from Viz's point. It's like, dude, that's Miss SA, that's a big name, that's status, that's stature. And that's what she is right now while graduating. Sure, in time, you might graduate from Viz and be the greatest doctor ever and they're going to acknowledge you. But right now, she's Miss SA right now. So this is time to take advantage of it and be like, yo, at Viz, Miss SA graduate. The current Miss SA is graduating from Viz. And it's like, people do that all over in universities. Like, your superstars, your celebrities will get honorary doctorates or whatnot, because in that time they're like, the varsity is like, yeah, we need that status, we need to look booming, we can get more money here, we can say we produced such products. You know, it's not really. And I guess that like, I don't even fuck with the school system. I dropped out that shit. So, but understanding it from a capitalist point, it's like, yeah, I would do the same. I would be like, hey, I would make arrangements for the superstar to come through and make space. Like, we all love Drake, we all love Kendrick, we all love Jay-Z, we all love Beyonce. Superstar. But then when someone close to us gets treated like a superstar and then we're left out, it's not Mnandi. But it's like, why do we accept that anyways? Like, she's Miss SA, of course let her go get a fucking doctorate and fucking, you know what I'm saying, like that. I'll be like, dude, oh, what, come through. You're not doing it via no land, we doing it now, we booming, let's go, we riding, let's go. Stop joking, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, it's just crazy. So I guess that was a tough time for people. I don't know, that was an argument. Let me know what you think. Should everyone have gotten, you know, a young graduation ceremony? Yeah, gotta take time for a break and rehydrate, you know what I'm saying, when you're smoking. Do you feel like they should have given everyone, they should have left people out, they should have included everyone? I don't feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like they did. I feel like they did what's best for them and their image, and yeah, I find no wrong with that. Like, we see it in the world, that's how things are, like, especially like celebrities. So I find it weird, like, you go on a platform like Twitter where we all enjoy and have fun and laugh and, you know, celebrities, and then when something major happens here, like, it's like, oh, she should be grouped with the rest of them. Now they must be grouped with regular people. Like, where do we draw the line? Like, we also got to figure out time on that. Like, there's so much time we got to spend on to clock things. You don't spend enough. Like I always tell people, I look at time like, because I enjoy music, I enjoy consuming music. Like, we went from cassette, I remember as a kid having to pencil and a cassette to CD. Then all of a sudden, as I'm booming and getting CDs and it's, you know, nice, getting clean, I was like, okay, you know, we got a Walkman. Okay, now I can move my CD. Okay, it's easy, it's booming. Now it's like, oh, MP3. Now it's like, swag, I can do it. Now it's like, okay, download. Okay, let me download, put on the thing. Okay, iPod. It's like, cool, let me iPod. Now it's like, okay, streaming. And time moves so fast, I don't think we ever taken the time just to slow down and be like, what does it mean if we go from CD to streaming and whatnot. Like, how is it going to affect the artist? How is it going to affect the business? And when you look at the time, they were doing that because now they wanted to get music out faster and better at the time they needed to. And then at the time with CDs, people were just leaking stuff on the internet. So the way to beat that was to say, okay, let's, you know, put MP3s and put streaming. and that was an at the time decision. But now looking back, is it a good thing? Is it a great thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough, man. It's tough. And even with the Miss SA thing, like, even I do the interviews, and for sure I can tell you, like, I love all artists. I want to give all artists equal treatment. I want to make all feel like superstar, but sometimes it's not. Like, if I got interview with one and another interview one, I'm gonna look, okay, cool, that's at a bigger homeboy has done, okay, cool. Maybe they even came in the same year, the same class, but it's like, hey, he's just bigger. Like, even if as a DJ, if you guys could have been in DJ school together, now you guys are both booming, but when you get onto the lineup, he's getting the better time. You know what I'm saying? He's getting the headline because it's just not there for you. You're not there yet, homie. And that's just about timing. Everyone's gonna have their time. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people give you your time. You gotta take your time and you gotta enjoy that time. And sometimes your time will come because the universe will give it to you. And that's just my chat. Miss SA, that was her time. Like, Vitz understood it. Let's understand it. That was your time. As graduates, it was also your time, but she's also Miss SA. Like, she's Miss SA. She's Miss South Africa. Miss South Africa was graduating. Like, of course she's not going to sit by the laptop. That's just not going to happen, man. And now with all this time chatting, I forgot about all the other things I wanted to chat about. I had a list, but time, man, time is crazy. And I feel like I've only spoken about three things. I've spoken about like multiple things within this time, but it's 4:20, it's time to smoke. Let's keep smoking. Like, I appreciate that you guys take time out to watch this shit. Take time out to review it, critique it, let me know if it's fire, let me know what I can do, let me know your inputs, like, let me know what you would like to see. Like, that is time taken out of your day that you didn't have to take. You could have been busy somewhere else, and I appreciate it. Like, the interaction, everything, like, it's nice, it's booming. Also, Giannis won, well, the Bucks won the NBA Finals. Giannis is a Finals MVP, he's a champ. At the time he did it in age 26, 2 MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Player of the Year, All-Star MVP. Yeah, man. That's crazy for him. That's crazy for him. And I was just looking at it. Do you know, he's born on 6th of December 94. I'm born 9th of December 93. I always feel like Sagittarius, there's that time, like being born around that time in December, it's a boom for me. I don't know, it's a boom for me. So if you're feeling me, someone give me a Giannis jersey just to say hi. Just to say hi. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, you want to do that, hey, just do it that. Just do it like that. Just do it like that. And also, just in that time, like, let's talk about media and time and art. I feel like nowadays we consume too much too fast. I don't think we take enough time to enjoy it. Like, I hate New Music Fridays because it's a Friday, it's the weekend. I'm gonna boom it, and then by the next day I'm done, already dusted. Everyone's dropping, everything's consumed. No, I like the olden times where things will drop on Tuesday. Let me run it the whole week. Let me see how I'm feeling about it in the shower. Let me see how I feel about it in the whips. Let me see how I feel about it at Spun. Let me see how I feel about it at Scala. Let me see how I feel about it when I'm gonna meet baby girl. Like, let me take time to review and enjoy the art. You know, Friday, weekend, boom, gone. If you didn't hear that weekend, it's ready, it's late. It's like, nah, give me time, my boy. Give me time. Let me enjoy it. Like, even movies, we're going back in time and remaking. Nah, let's spend time making new movies. Like, there's a lot happening in our world, a lot happening around us all over the world. We can write scripts and movies from anything, and especially in South Africa, especially in Africa as a whole, as Africans, they never give us time to tell our stories. Now is the time for us to tell ours, so we can go back in time because it's never been told. We can, you know, go back to the older generation, say, hey, gents, let us, like, give us your time and we'll give you the time of day as well. Because sometimes they feel like they don't have. We'll give you the time of day as well to tell your story because you were never given that time. Like, let us help you boom. And with that, what I want to talk about, like, government work, man. It's time for the youth. It's time for the youth. Like, no disrespect, no offense, but let's get the old guys out of here. Like, I've always said, going to home affairs as a teenager, I've always wondered, like, dude, if someone said to me, you can come with government part-time and get wrecked, I'll do that. And the system will probably, like, the lines will probably go faster, queues will probably go faster, because one, we're taught this stuff already growing up in Scala. Like, the generation before us, they didn't have the opportunity. Skella was like real things like cool, doctor, medicine, da da da. Like we already know the simple things, having access to things, having information to things. Like cool, we know how to process words, Excel, all that stuff. We could probably get there, da da da, make the systems bang. Systems online and internet, we can make them bang. Knowing how to fix the Wi-Fi, knowing how to get the stuff back offline. Also, we're young, we're bringing energy. Going to home affairs, you see young peeps, they're enjoying, they're chatting, hey hey hey, seeing other young peeps trying to get their stuff seen. You know, old people, there's still that respect, like hey makulu, let's do this, hey Griza, hey, you know, Buddha Krut, man, let's go, let's enjoy here. That time will be vibey. You give part-time so people can still do what they need to do on the side, you know what I'm saying, because it's mostly admin and we cook at it. Then you're also giving kids like money, some income, like even if it's part-time, like just do all the government departments, it would boom. Niggas could probably even go do the work at home, like alright boy, listen, I'm leaving, I'm gonna take these papers, I'm gonna file them, you just keep typing here, they'll be all in the system tomorrow, we gone. Like it could work, it could be a thing, but you also gotta give us time. Like you guys are looking for experience, give me the time of day, give me the time of day, and let me take that time of day also. And you know, we can spend here. And I think also as young peeps, we also need to take that time as well. Like I get all of us two peeps, we're like, graduate, you should get the jobs. Like no dude, sometimes you have to graduate, you have to work the secretary and take time to work in there, because there's some things school doesn't teach you, like how to work in the office and how to move with people, and how when people are telling you shit, how to react back, or and you know, like there's really certain things school doesn't teach you. Like I study marketing, right? Cool. What happens when they tell you, nah, your pitch is bad, or it's whack, or you don't get a job, or they, you know, how to get a job interview, or how to start applying for jobs? They all just tell you, once you get your degree, you should be sorted. It's like, what? You never told me anything else. You never told me the paycheck. You never told me what is the minimum entry pay and what I should do if someone's paying me less, or contracts to look at. Like that could help a bit, like, you know what I'm saying, that could help a bit. So let me take that time to also learn it and figure out why you buying your car, how I'm going to handle all these payments, because no one told me that. So give me time, time is key, time is important. I don't even know how long I've been chatting, but it feels like a long time. It feels like it's enough. It feels like I've been ranting. It's like I wanted to come and take my time here and just, because I created this time and space, right, for me to chat with y'all guys, for me to make a space. I'm also trying to help create time and space for other artists and everything booming. Watch the Erratic Show, watch the fucking Erratic Show. Got dope ass artists there, DB, TSA, Thomas Hazy, X Sipping, Dave Martian, Naya Ayla. Sorry, I was just getting silent there. Nouveau, ASAP Shembe, Max. Oh my god, yours truly, Ricky Tyler. I hope I'm not leaving anyone else. Damn it, am I leaving anyone else? Hope I'm not, but we just got Gang, you know, we got Namukao Star coming on, we got MMK coming on, we got Rojo coming on, we got Ndabizim Nandi coming on, we got KB coming on. Like we just got, man, just go and watch, man, just go. But yeah, man, and I feel like we're in the best time, especially as young people, in the best time in the entertainment industry, art industry, just every industry where we have access to and we can do the things that never been done. And I feel like we all feel that thing of like, hey man, we've been separated too long. Like a lot of the people I work with is, hey dude, you hustling, I'm also doing this, let's work, let's connect. And it's serious, it's not just that let's build chat, it's like, oh, we talking, meet people through the internet, oh, I've seen your work, like we're gathering, especially artists, like it's just so beautiful. Right now is a time, it's a great time, and I foresee in the next 5 years, it's going to be even more beautiful. But right now it's also a scary time because shit is happening, and it's like the next steps could, you know, it could be a beautiful young, you know, James Harden Euro stepping us and then financing, and it's a good time. Or it could be your Giannis running down the court, just banging it on us, and we out here going, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, but enjoy your time as much as you can. Enjoy your time, spend your time with your loved ones, to the loved ones we lost time with that we can't have any more time with. You know, there'll be a time we see you again. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna be out here chilling in the hyperbolic chamber, just keep working out a bit, keep smoking these blunts. I gotta get strong, coming up with some. But you know what it is, it's Erratic Assassin, Dr.Dank out here in these weed streets. And thank you for joining me for Kush Morning. But you know how we ended off, wake and bake like Kush Morning. My nigga roll up and keep blowing. Like trees push on, we keep growing. Got buds around me, I keep smoking. Waking back like Kush morning. My nigga roll up and keep blowing. Like trees push on, we keep growing. Got buds around me, I keep smoking.